they want to know the conditions on early Earth, and then they assume Earth has always been orbiting the sun. So that's completely false too. And it's like they also assume that the sun and the Earth are around the same age. And it's really, really weird that they do that with people who understand the theory I'm developing. It's like, how is something like the sun, where it's huge, it's bright, it's massive, its diameter is like 110 times the diameter of the Earth, how is something like that in the galaxy the same age as the Earth? It has the fucking things like the Grand Canyon, which, you know, took millions and millions of years to form, and rocks and minerals and solid ground. How is something that looks like the Earth and has radiometrically been measured to be billions of years old the same age as something that looks very young and radiant and energetic? And that's obviously based off of one study where they said that, well, this is how the sun is powered through thermonuclear reactions, and everybody accepted that. They never questioned it. And then they formed entire fields of research based off of a single conclusion. But anyways, yeah, it's strange, because if they would just look around them, if they would look in outer space and realize that stars contain a shitload of hydrogen and stars contain a shitload of oxygen, to form water worlds, or to form water in general, all that would need to happen is that ionized hydrogen and oxygen would just need to combine together to make water. There's no evidence of how the Earth was in its early history, because the crystals couldn't have formed. The molecules there would have been broken apart as soon as they were made, because the Earth was way too hot. And the only way to come to the conclusion that the Earth was really hot is to make observations of how many young Earths are out there, and there's hundreds of billions of them. The fact that scientists call them stars really does us an injustice. We could have a great understanding right in front of us, but it's ignored because they assume the Earth was always about the same size and always had about the same types of chemicals throughout its formation, and it's just not good to assume that. But they don't ever talk about it in this book. Believe it or not, they don't throw their assumptions out there. But anyways, I think I want to go ahead and talk about that for a second, because it's not that you know, the comets didn't bring water to Earth. It's more or less they need to understand that Earth isn't as is, that it's the end result of many billions of years of evolution. We're looking at the end result of something, of a process that is well beyond what could have been imagined in the past with, you know, earlier scientists and philosophers. And now that we have the exoplanet data coming in, we can take a gander at all the pre-Earth Earths in many different stages of evolution and play a giant game of connect the dots. And that's going to help considerably in understanding how the Earth came to be the way it is today. Alright, you guys. Later.